So, I've been trying to get my kids to watch Miracle. Yeah. I've been trying to get them to do that. But anytime it's like Dad makes a suggestion, you're going to get used to this, Chris. Get used to it. Yeah. And it upsets me to my core that I would ever be viewed. I'm now a 51-year-old man. It upsets me to my core I would ever be viewed by my children as somebody who doesn't get it. Okay? Who's passé, whose suggestions for movies are out of touch. But that's the way, and I have not earned this reputation with any of my suggestions, ever. Okay? I don't feel that way. And again, I have the best dad ever sign here to back it up. All right? But that's the way it's viewed. So here I am saying, hey, there's a story about the Miracle on Ice, 1980. It's just over.
You need to get it fixed.
Done.
Yeah.
Finished.
Yeah.
Okay? And no, it's a great story. It's unbelievable. And I look at my oldest son.
It's true. It happened.
I look at my 12-year-old. I'm like, guess how old I was when this happened? I was 11. I was right around your age. It was unbelievable. It's a story about our country as well, about patriotism, about our love of victory and winning and being a team and an underdog story, and unbelievable.
I love it.
Let's get into it. Nope, can't have it. Won't do it. Eventually, finally twisted their arm to see it. And for our 7-year-old daughter, it was a little bit too, it's over 2 hours, by the way, Miracle.
Really?
Yes. And then there are scenes about, geopolitics and husband-wife scenes and stuff like that. And
it's not just hockey.
Yeah. So I had to make it up to her the next day and
With
watched
what?
Trolls World Tour. Okay, like this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're bargaining.
In order to get to matriculate to Miracle, though, when I was initially rejected, we're all around there, and you look around at all the titles on your screen that you're able to just pop up on your television set. It's like the old days of walking through the Blockbuster when you're looking at videos, right? It's like it takes an hour, and you and your friend can't agree on anything, and I hadn't had that feeling since walking around Blockbuster in high school, and it grates on me. I get very upset. Certainly when all they want to do is watch the same damn kid movies over and over again. So what it was finally settled on, after much recrimination and argument, was a movie called War on Grandpa from 2020. Don't look it up. I'll tell it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to.
The war with Grandpa. Pardon me.
Is it a cartoon?
The War with Grandpa. Okay, and the grandpa played by Robert De Niro.
Oh.
And his friends, and he's a grandpa who has a senior moment. His longtime wife is gone, and his daughter, played by Uma Thurman, and her husband, played by our friend Rob Riggle,
Hey, Riggle.
welcome him into their house.
Okay.
And the grandson loses his room to Grandpa. The son gets kicked upstairs to the attic.
Okay.
Grandpa's in his room.
I'm in.
And the grandson has a problem with Grandpa moving in and taking his room, and starts sort of like a Home Alone type battle with Grandpa.
Okay.
Like putting cement in cookies and stuff like
Wow.
that. Like it gets a little dark sometimes, but
Sounds fun.
right. And so I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm trying to I'm trying to get my children the exposure to great films as fast as possible, because I've always dreamt of, I can't wait to show my kids these movies, right? And I'm trying to do it with Miracle, couldn't get there, and I'm with The War with Grandpa. And it dawns on me in the middle of all this. This is the first De Niro movie my children are seeing.
It's a new actor. The old guy.
As the grandpa.
Yep.
And I just pause the movie, which is a provocative act with these children, to pause it. And I just say, nobody's ever seen a movie with this guy, Robert De Niro, right? No, Dad, no. And I'm like, do you all realize He's one of the greatest actors this country has ever had. And he doesn't ever do movies like this. Certainly when I was growing up and being exposed to Robert De Niro, if I could say they could not give two craps about it, I am absolutely undercutting the number of craps they actually gave about it.
Did they say you're talking to me?
No, I wish.
Nice. Nice.
Dad, turn it back on. And I thought to myself, I am failing. I am failing these children. And then on top of it, who comes strolling in as guests, as co-stars? Christopher Walken, Cheech Marin,
Of course.
Jane Seymour,
Hey.
and I can't even turn up and say, wait till you see Live and Let Die. Oh my God. All right. And I think to myself, will they be exposed to Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman with her before Live and Let Die? And I feel like saying I could just totally mess with them completely for a very long time. Kill two birds with one stone with Walken and De Niro and show them Deer Hunter.
That's a long. It's like a 4-hour
maybe
movie.
out of all the De Niro movies,
long.
you know, that's as far away. Like
The complete opposite of.
and I thought to myself, how do I work him into De Niro? Like, is Goodfellas the bridge?
Oh,
it can't be.
no,
it can't be.
it's the Fockers.
It certainly can't be.
Yeah, Meet the Parents.
I think Meet the Parents is the next way to kind of work him in.
Yeah.
And then what? Midnight Run?
Midnight Run would be a good one.
No, it's filthy.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I mean later.
Terrible language.
Analyze.
Meet the Parents is
no,
definitely
that's
the
bad.
bridge, the next bridge.
You could bend button it. You can just work backwards.
But I just thought to myself, have I failed them?
Well, here's the question.
40 years.
Did they
Have I
enjoy the
failed
movie?
them? Of course they did.
Okay, so then you didn't fail because now they have this idea that they like this old guy, right? They like this De Niro, but as they get
go.
older, wait till they start, their minds are going to be blown. Like, what?
Travis Bickle?
Travis Bickle.
Yeah, like
oh my God, that's the old guy.
Right?
You definitely didn't fail. You planted the seed.
Yeah,
seed.
the
And
guy,
guys-
the guy from the Mohawk who tells the Secret Service agent he's from Fair Lawn, New Jersey, before as he's stalking the presidential candidate. Yeah, that's the grandpa from War with Grandpa.
And then once they get to Cape Fear, then it's gonna,
Just think the first
it's not
time.
necessary to lay a foul tongue on me,
Taylor
my
goes,
friend.
"You talking to me, Dad?" I'm gonna be like, "You're gonna be so happy." All from that.
Yeah, I
War
don't
with
know
Grandpa.
how. I couldn't believe it. Like,
so funny.
honestly, I've grown up thinking to myself, I'm going to be a dad one day. You know, my dad was an excellent model, so I'm like, I'm going to be a dad one day. I cannot wait to watch these movies with my kids and expose them to all of this. And I'm trying to do it. Susie's desperate too. She's like, I can't believe we can't think of stuff for our kids to watch that's really good. You know, and sometimes, and then we just devolve into this sort of stuff. And I couldn't believe it. The first De Niro movie my children have ever seen is The War with Grandpa.
I think you're fine, man.
Almost 50 years.
Did they
from The
like
Godfather.
Miracle?
Zan, but my two boys stuck it out, but it was long. It's long.
Yeah.
It's 2 hours, 15 minutes.
It's long, and I had to explain to them that you know that Jim Craig was terrific, you know, and you know Ruzioni, and tell them what it meant to us, and I teared up. I cry.
every time.
I cry
Every
at the
time.
end
No
of Miracle
doubt.
every time.
Every time.
Every time.
And they look at me like, Dad, are you crying? I'm like, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I was also crying at the end of The War with Grandpa, but for different reasons that you don't know about, that I'm now sharing with my audience.
Nice.
I've been, to using a Goodfella phrase, cultivating that caper. This happened like 2 weekends ago. You know, obviously, lots just it hasn't, you know.
We haven't had time.
Come on, man. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.